Hey guys, my name is Haley and today I'm going to be filming the end of the year book tag. I always forget book tags exist and there's like 2 of them that I enjoy doing, and I've also remembered, because Kate did it, to do this before the actual end of the year because I usually film it too late and then one of the questions doesn't make sense anymore. So we're filming it now. I honestly don't know who started this tag. I don't know who starts any tags ever, so I apologize. So the first question is, are there any books that you've started this year that you still need to finish? And yes. The first of those would be Empire the Vampire. We are halfway through Buddy listening to this audiobook and I'm waiting for the other hold to come back in. I did check Hoopla and it doesn't seem like my libraries have it. So that was disappointing. So whoever asked reminded me that Hoopla existed. But we will hopefully finish this in the near future. And then another book that I still want to finish that I just do not have with me, and I'm going to have to wait until I go back to my house to get it, so my bad. That is The Book of Life by Deborah Harkness. This is the 3rd book in the Discovery of Witches trilogy, which I really enjoy and that I just didn't read with my face or with my eyes for so many months. And then I wasn't in the mood for that type of book, and now I'm back in that mood for that type of book now that I've read all the contemporaries in existence. And then I didn't bring it with me. So I definitely got like maybe 50 to 100 pages into this and then just put it down because I wasn't reading with my face. So that's still on the list. And then 3rd, I have Midnight Blue, which I have mentioned several times. This is a bind up of 3 books. And I want to at the very least finish the first part of this bind up of the first book because I was really enjoying it, and then my life blew apart and I just didn't read with my face again for another month. So those are the 3 books I need to finish by the end of the year. Then the question that doesn't make sense if you film this later in the year, like after Halloween, is do you have an autumnal book to transition you until the end of the year? And yes, all of my vampire books that I'm planning on reading that I've mentioned several times this month, everything that is on my October TBR. But also I feel like Midnight Blue would be a good transitional book because it is paranormal, it is vampires, and what is more autumnal than this cover? Nothing. The next question is there a book release that you're still waiting for? And the only one that I am personally still waiting for, because all of my books came out in like September, the only one I'm still waiting for is Misha Collins's new book, which is Some Things I Still Can't Tell You. This is a poetry collection. I am not a poetry reader. Misha Collins is the only person on this planet that can make me pre-order a poetry collection. Because I love him as a person, and he plays one of my favorite fictional characters of all time on TV, and that is Castiel from Supernatural. So this is the only book that I am still personally waiting on. Next question, is there a book that you think that can still shock you and become one of your favorites of the year? For my actual favorite of the year, I don't think so. Do I think there's a couple more books that could make it on my list of favorites for the year? Yes. And I think I'm gonna go with The Familiar because I want it to be one of my favorites so badly because I love House of Leaves. This is the same author, and there are 5 books in this series. They're all mixed media and weird formatting, and I want to love this so much. So I'm hoping that it will end up on my favorites of the year. And then the last question is, have you started any reading plans for the next year, which is 2022, which just sounds wrong. The answer is no. My life is going like by 2 or 3 month intervals right now. Nothing exists outside of that time. My brain can't handle it. Too much is happening and we're still in a pandemic. So I have absolutely not even thought about next year, not even the beginning of next year. I'm barely making it to like the end of November right now in my brain. I'm sure I will start making plans for next year once we hit like December, but I have no plans as of right now. But yeah, that was a quick little book tag video. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Let me know what autumnal book you have in your repertoire or on your TBR to read to get you into spooky season or the end of the year in the comments down below. Thank you all for watching, and I will see all of you guys next time.